Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. The action has already started. Ronaldinho is making his debut today, so what do you think he'll bring to this team, Jim?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing him taking on defenders, Peter. He's such a tricky customer when he's on the ball, but he's got the end product too. The opposition are really going to have to think carefully about how they're going to stop this guy, whether they double up on him or whether they just drop deep, but they're going to have to come up with something.
Has a hit! He's pulled off a fine save!
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
And he just whacks it away. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Now it's Van Basten. Barcelona have the league's best defensive record.
There's a lot of movement going on. There's no shortage of options.
So I guess they're looking to play around their opponents as opposed to through them.
Yeah, the style is designed to dominate the ball, and so you dominate your opponents.
Barcelona were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Xhaka. Now the counter. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Ronaldinho. Turns and goes back.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Pjanic created that super goal to produce a lead in their last game. That intervention was very necessary. That's great strength. Had a shot!
I really don't think you could expect anything better from the goalkeeper then. We're near heroic territory.
Bale. Oh, that's nice. Pjanic. Ball through needs to be good here. Stones. Still, rather frustratingly, it is 0-0. Is there any support? He might not need it. And he has been fouled there. Stones is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, and despite the scoreline, it's clear who the better side is when it comes to chances. If this is the trend that's going to continue, then there's only going to be one winner here, and I don't think it's going to take too much improvement for it to happen.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. Already up and running for the second half.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Martin Silva sends that a long way. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Bale. Oh, great ball! Has a goal! Yes, it's there! With time and space aplenty, he is never going to miss.
Look, the goal was well manufactured, but the striker probably can't believe he's been given that much space in the penalty area, and he wasn't going to miss.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth the treat.
There's a long ball. Jimenez goes looking. Has he picked him out? Well read, he sorted that out. Martin Silva gets rid without sophistication. Barcelona are quick to defend their manager in the wake of criticisms levelled at him in recent days.
Listen, there's just no hiding place, and it was a...
Has a hit!
Attempt is the wrong outcome. A more than decent attempt, Peter.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of it.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. He'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Paredes. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Granit Xhaka closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Chance!
Oh, that is very close. Oh, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Forward it goes. Ronaldinho. He's there to receive it.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. Beautifully done. Goes for goal! They've done it! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2 and bang. Thanks very much.
So that's 2 now without reply. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Granit Xhaka. Paredes. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Shot at goal! Keeper and go again. And that will be the final act. So they bask in their win, a genuinely professional performance, and a result which is well deserved. Your reflections then? Well, welcome everybody to a part of the world where football really matters. There is a healthy tension, great expectation building in the lead-up to kick-off here. A little bit grey overhead, and indeed the forecast is for a drop or two of rain as the day grows older. But regardless of that, there is a lovely backdrop here. The ambience is good, smashing noise from both sets of supporters, and expectations high in both camps. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Isco. He's the one with the magic feet, Peter. He's the kind of player who can change a game with a single touch, unlocking a defence or creating space to get a shot away. I'm assuming that he's been tasked with being the creator-in-chief here, and you can see him picking out runners and setting up people in that final third.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Isco tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Goes for goal! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Bale simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance. Well, when the options aren't quite present in the box, it's the crosser's interest to hold on for the support.
Good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Could be a chance here. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Nielsen, and it's played forward. Ronaldinho, Bale, hits one! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Oh, good take, and oh, shooting chance! It's in! There is the breakthrough! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
And it's Bale. Oh, it's Van Basten. Modric. He's got away. He could be in here. Canales. And the shot! It's in! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
So that's 2 now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Van Basten wants to play it back. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And the counter is on. Hoists it forward. That'll go straight through to the keeper. And we hit half-time. To review the first half.
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
The game has already resumed here.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Being played forward. Longley battles to win it back. Van Basten. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Isco. Done very well to intervene. Was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Forward it goes. Has a hit! And more, and more, and more! And they are pulling clear here.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. That's surely a foul. Free kick. No way through there. Ronaldinho. He's made sure that that won't get through. Isco. Janssen. And back to base. Jimenez. Crunching tackle. Greenwood. Ronaldinho. He's had a goal! It's there! Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second. So is this the start of a comeback? And it's played forward. And it's Jimenez. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
There's going to be another change here.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
He's had a look. And it's Jimenez. And he's there to hoof it away. Good take, and he's had a look. interference and very necessary. Greenwood conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side. Decent progress down the left. Receives it from behind. And through to the goalkeeper. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. He's left his man. Could have here their final chance.
Look, there are some very good headers of a ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
Turns and goes back. And here's Ronaldinho. Danger averted for now. And that's that. Well, that does not help. Interpret the performance as you will, but the key truth is that they lost. How would you sum up what we... Well, a very, very warm welcome to you on what is, of course, a truly special day in this part of the world. It is Derby Day, a rivalry so deeply entrenched into the history of sport in this land. It divides opinions, it divides families, it divides just about anything that can be divided. The game itself lasts just 90 minutes, but its repercussions can be felt for months and years ahead. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So this is round two between these two sides who have already met once this season.
Look, this isn't likely to be decided by the best formation or a tactical game plan. When you meet the enemy, it's all about heart and passion and who wants it more. This won't be soft and gentle.
Shapes to shoot! It's good distance on it. Madrid, the most prolific team in the league this season. Now it's Arnautovic. Arnautovic goes long. Van Basten plays it out to the flank. So the derby's come round again, and at least pre-match is living up to billing.
Yeah.
Noisy old press conferences, a lot of colourful talk.
Yeah, here's hoping that we get the same intrigue and the thrills from what we saw last time round, if not better, Peter. I think we have a real show in prospect.
Plays a clever pass.
Madrid have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
And it's Van Basten. Gets away from his opponent. Cleared without complication. And here's Arnautovic. Gets it into the middle.
There's been quite a few crosses coming in from that left-hand side. No doubt this is an area they've identified as a potential weakness in their opposition, and they're willing to exploit it. Well, this poses the defence a few tricky questions, and the answers have to be hard and fast.
Arnautovic gets wrestled off the ball. Played out to the right. Gets the better of his man. Bale. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Arnautovic, has a goal! They score! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Madrid break the deadlock.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Across the field it goes. Longley does well to read it and intercepts. Now the counter. Ceballos is the guilty party there. Cambiasso. And here's Ronaldinho. And it's Ronaldinho. He's there to his chance! In it goes!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Really. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. To review the first half.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. So we're already into the second period. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. And it's played forward. Plays it over to the other flank. And here's Arnautovic. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Looking to break out here. Van Basten out to the right. Forward it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Cambiasso just brushed off the ball there. Dashing forward at pace. Hits one! A real chance and a real let-off.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Played out to the right. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Bale tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Has a hit! Was a matter of inches.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
And they've been caught out here. He gets past his man. Ronaldinho. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way. Plays it out to the flank. There's a long ball.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Valverde. That's sprayed out wide. Finds himself eased off the ball.
Jimenez simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
It's Ronaldinho. He's played him through. Going through. That is a crunching tackle. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Yeah, he's fouled him there. This is promising.
Madrid showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
And out to safety. It's a throw. Here it comes. And that's been levered clear. Lanzini opts to play it back. That has sent him sprawling.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Looks to clip it forward. The less said about that pass, the better.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Hoists it forward. Hernandez. Tries a shot! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Valverde is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Alexander-Arnold. Good ball. Face to face with the keeper. Real chance! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Having turned the game on its head. And the referee brings it to a close. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Alisson. He's an excellent shot stopper, Peter, first and foremost, but he's just as good at creating chances as he is snuffing them out. He can spread the ball out quickly to both wings, whether it be with an accurate long pass or a quick throw, and that places him in the top order of the world's keepers.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Has a pop! That's a poor kick by the keeper. He's just given it straight back. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Now the counter. Van Basten. PSV are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
And it's Van Basten. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Gets wrestled off the ball. Van Basten, and the shot! And he's found the net!
Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2 and bang. Thanks very much.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Oh, good take, big chance! It's anyone's ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, he's had a go! It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
PSV want some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Roncallia. Patrick van Aanholt. Plays it out to the wing. Van Aanholt. PSV claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Oh, diving header! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
And no complaints about his effort and commitment. He just needs to start heading in the right direction. You get the drift.
He's got options out wide. Timely intervention. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Point-blank header! And there's the end of the first half. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level.
Well, it's become an exercise in preservation, Peter. I think it's been a much more even affair, and there's no need for them to take any unnecessary risks. They look happy to frustrate and contain and just wait for a chance now.
So when they come for the break with nothing to separate them, the score 1-1. So we're already into the second period. He's had a shot! Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Look, you've got to have the perfect feel in your boots to pull those off.
Cambiasso gathers from the goal kick. Van Basten. Turns and goes back. Looking to get... has a hit! There it is! And they've got their lead back. Oh, how's that for a class finish?
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
Time for a change in personnel. We've got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Forward it goes. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And it's played forward. It's a brilliant interception. Another chance from a corner. PSV making another change here. They've played it short. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He's gone for it! To get it forward quickly. Perisic. Shot at goal! It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence.
And the finish! It's a goal! Into the lead once more. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for...
That's surely a foul. Free kick. What an adventurous run from a defender. And back out it comes. And that's a throw-in. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Aimed in towards the centre. Plays it out to the flank. Greenwood, he's got away. Well read, he sorted that out. Hoists it forward. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And it's Perisic. Attempts to play it through. Delivers across. Stones goes looking. Out to the left it goes. Now they can break here. And they've been caught out here. Greenwood! And the shot! They've scored! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I think he just thought about trying his luck from further out there, but why bother when you can worm your way through a defence like that? It's terrific play to get through and score.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Alisson can pick that up. Decent looking ball. Chance to shoot. Greenwood. And he's cut it out. Plays it over to the other flank. PSV with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. There goes the final whistle. They've won at home, they've won away. A comprehensive victory for a side that has been clearly better over both legs. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
It was a very good game.
Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, but the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here, and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere's terrific, and kick-off is moments away. And we have in front of us this gloriously... Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Muniain. Gets wrestled off the ball. Longley demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. A real chance to break. Van Basten plays it out to the wing. Oh, it's Van Basten.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
The Marcos plays it back in. And now they can launch a counter. Going through. Of real chance! And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why. Look, there are some very good headers of the ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
This could spell danger. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. It's got, he's had a shot! And out to safety. Bilbao were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. It's a loose ball. Stones gives chase. Still goalless at the moment. Van Basten. And now the breakaway. Bilbao come into this match following a triumph for the boss last time.
Look, to alter the intended game plan was a daring move on the manager's part. It wasn't quite working for him, and he accepted his mistake. And I think what followed merits a lot of praise.
The referee's awarded a free kick. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
He's put himself now in position to compete for the top scorer's title. So we have our breakthrough.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Oh, it's Van Basten. And he heaves it forward. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's Van Basten! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Muniain. Now it's to Marcos. Decent looking ball. That intervention was very necessary. And it's going to completion of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it.
Tries a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Van Basten certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Bale. Rui Costa. And it's Van Basten. Bale. Van Basten. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Lacking in accuracy.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Forward it goes. Stones does well there, alert. Muniain. DeMarcos. That's the through ball. DeMarcos. DeMarcos unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a promising ball. Shapes to shoot! Oh, great save, real class.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Tries to get it forward quickly. He's got away. More than happy to take the muscular approach.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Oh, some tackle that. They've got a corner here. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Can he... And the shot! Yes, it's there! Jimenez duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, get your seatbelts on, because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
Tries to locate someone up front. Coaxed through there. Played into space out wide. He's left his man. He's tried one. He can pounce on that.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
DeMarcos. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Cambiasso is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Finds himself eased off the ball. He's He's made sure that that won't get through. Hoists it forward.
Mateus.
Out to the right. Loses his balance and loses the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Done very well to intervene. And it's DeMarcos. And it's played forward. And he's cut it out. That's gone a long way up and away.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Loose ball, who's going to get there? It's come through, and the finish! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof!
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Raul Albiol looks to bypass the midfield. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Raul Albiol. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, hello and a special welcome to everybody who has joined us for our coverage of this, the penultimate game in this prestigious competition. Things are beautifully poised, delicately poised. The two sides separated by just the odd goal at the end of the first 90-minute tie. It is a scoreline which is more than reversible, even on hostile territory. A small corner devoted to the visiting supporters in terrific voice. They clearly believe it is on. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Relative comfort for the hosts, who just need to hold on. Visitors have some turning round to do and will give it a big crack.
Well, Peter, I think the home side has the edge, but no more than that. I think a goal either way could have a significant bearing on a change of the home mood and of mindsets, and therefore we may see a tussle for quite control of this contest rather than an open-ended nail-biter.
And already we're underway here. And here's Van Basten. Finds himself eased off the ball. Xavi.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Over it, heads it! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Gets the better of his man. A real chance to break. And it's Bale. And he heaves it forward. And it's been taken straight back. Ronaldinho. Bale. Played out to the right. And here's Ronaldinho. Richarlison. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He goes long. Good idea, just poorly executed. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Going through. Ronaldinho. Done very well to intervene. Ronaldinho. It's good distance on it. And that's been won straight back. Back into the middle. Quick glance at goal. Klaassen did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Klaassen. Robertson. Gets it back. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Klaassen. Hits one! Foot in, it's come loose. Half-time in the semi-final. Well, both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means.
Well, having lost the first leg, Peter, an early goal setter was first on the menu, but there's still time to serve up the main course here.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Ball's out on the left now. A chance to play it in. Battles to win it back. Van Basten could move up a gear here. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Alisson can claim that. Ronaldinho. And here's Van Basten. Could be a chance here. He's had a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, but that's the threat posed by teams that have those kind of players who are willing to make those types of runs.
Robertson. Big chance to get at them. It's a loose ball. Davy Klaassen. In with the challenge. And the counter is on. Now then. It's a fab chance! It's broken loose. It's gone a long way up and away. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Ronaldinho.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
It's Ronaldinho. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ronaldinho. Xavi. It's found its way to him. Can't get the better of his opposite number.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Sticks in a foot to win it back. What a... has a hit! And he's there to clear it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, this lead is tight, but it does look as though it may see them through. They have 1 foot in the final. Sergio Ramos. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Both sides a bit too casual in possession.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Longley does well there, alert.
Tottenham certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
That's it, they are out. All square here, and they are gone. The first leg deficit proved not to be recoverable, and despite a better effort here, their race is run. Well, after what we saw in the first... Well, hello and a special welcome to everybody who has joined us for our coverage of this, the penultimate game in this prestigious competition. Things are beautifully poised, delicately poised. The two sides separated by just the odd goal at the end of the first 90-minute tie. It is a scoreline which is more than reversible, even on hostile territory. A small corner devoted to the visiting supporters in terrific voice. They clearly believe it is on. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Relative comfort for the hosts, who just need to hold on. Shapes to shoot! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Defending of the desperate variety. Chart has a pop! There it is! We're back where we started. It's level on aggregate.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. He's left his man, cut out in the nick of time. Jimenez goes looking to break out here. Van Basten. Xavi.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quiet.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's got away. Gets it back. Greenwood. Oh, it's Van Basten.
Peter, we can only applaud that quality of tackle in the circumstances. It was probably goal-saving.
Jimenez. And it's Ronaldinho. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Gets away from his opponent. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Van Basten has a goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Jimenez is an obvious threat from set pieces. He needs special attention to stop him making a run.
Either side really getting hold of the ball. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Robertson dinks one in. He's got options out wide. too much on it and out of play. Xavi. Richarlison. And it's played forward. Half-time in the semi-final. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
It's the reply the manager wanted, and they've got fresh impetus to set about reversing this overall deficit.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're already into the second period.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Battles to win it back. Forward it goes. Sergio Ramos. Robertson tries to switch the play. And it's Klaassen. Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Time for a change in personnel. They've played it short. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Brings it forward. Gets the better of his man. Oh, surely! Oh, that's a fine challenge. We can get that clear. Tottenham can make their change now with a break in play. Turns and goes back. And the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He was so quick off the mark there, read the ball beautifully. If only he could have found a half-decent finish.
And he's there to cut it out. Richarlison. Tottenham have a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And it's Klaassen. Decent ball.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more miss than hit.
Going for goal! Tried. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work out.
Tottenham making another change here. Richarlison hoists it forward. And help's available out wide. Done very well to intervene. And it's been taken short. Whistle's gone, that's foul. So a chance to deliver a ball into the box. So he's plotting something before playing it in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Receives it from behind. Oh, nice touch. Can he deliver? Chooses to go back.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Shot at goal! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
The referee's called play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Kurzawa. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And he's there to clear it. Deep into stoppage time. And they've been caught out here. Fired in. And that was asking just too much of him. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He's made sure that that won't get through. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Longley. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Yeah, this has been a hard-fought game, Peter. There's been a healthy dose of drive and ambition, and sometimes that isn't rewarded with goals, just like this one. I've seen a lot worse, though.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. And if you're just back, the action is back underway already. Over to the left, back into the middle, out to the left it goes, in towards the middle. And once more they can't get through. A real chance to break. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Gets on the end of it. And he's cut it out. Pinged forward.
Well, it seems obvious that the plan is to try and get their passing game going again, but not with that lack of quality.
Kurzawa plays it forward. Pings it out wide. And he just whacks it away. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Half-time, extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
And we're off for the final time. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Robertson tries to get it forward quickly. Klaassen plays it out to the wing. And the through ball is intercepted. That's a decent ball. Crowd calling for him to shoot. Robertson. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. This is promising.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And that's it, nothing to separate them. It is penalties.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
So it comes down to this, a final rallying cry, and then kicks from the spot. Oh, he saved it!
That's a lovely stop from the keeper. He's done his teammates proud with that one.
Up steps Mr. Dependable. And he's found the corner.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick.
That's a good penalty.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he gets wrong.
So, the second man in line. And he sticks it away.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Tottenham looking to draw level. That's how it's done, he made the keeper commit.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
The third man in the queue. Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Oh, good take, keeper committed himself.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Keeper's read that beautifully.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save. He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. Oh, nerveless.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
Now it is unforgiving. Miss and it could be over. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
So it's down to him to keep it alive. Losing in the final. So near, yet so far. And the look on the players' faces says it all. It is heartbreaking. Well, the scoreline illustrates an advantage for the hosts, having claimed that win last time out, and with 90 minutes in front of their own crowd to enjoy now, they are entitled to see themselves as favourites to be going forward to the final. The only element of doubt would be the narrowness in the margin of the scoreline, something that gives their opponents just a hint of hope. Plenty of elements then that could make this tie anything but straightforward. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beauty. He's had a go! Good ball kindly!
Tottenham have been the more adventurous for me and productive, and now they have to add that clinical bit.
Oh, that's not going to count, and we go again.
Oh, his goal-scoring celebrations are going to be cut short. The flag was up for offside, even if the referee didn't spot it straight away.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Ball's loose, who's getting there? That's a promising ball. Richarlison! Richarlison! And it's a goal!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive.
Shot a goal! Yes, it's there! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Tries a shot! Away from immediate danger. It's Ronaldinho. Hoists it forward. Xavi.
Tottenham have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
He's making good use of his strength. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Klaassen. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho goes looking. It's a great shooting chance! Richarlison goes for goal! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Neat exchange. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Tries to get it forward quickly. Richarlison dinks one in, has a pop! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's a real shame, Peter, because it was beautifully worked. Took the defence out of the picture, but he'll be in no hurry to watch the replay.
Robertson. Robertson switches it towards the other side, and it's Klaassen.
Richarlison!
And yet another chance goes to waste.
They're just lacking.
The semi-final reaches halfway. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level.
Well, having lost the first leg, Peter, an early goal settler was first on the menu, but there's still time to serve up a main course here.
It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Already up and running for the second half. The move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. And it's played forward. Ronaldinho. Forward it goes. Robertson. Sergio Ramos. Robertson. Oh, the ball's come loose! Oh, this looks promising. Got to make this count. He's picked him out. Oh, nice touch. Ronaldinho, it's Ronaldinho! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Sergio Ramos. Tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward, and the counter is on. Now then. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Has gone out. And here's Bale. It's found its way to him. Danger averted for now. Richarlison gets it back.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Spot on, Peter.
Loses his balance and loses the ball. Robertson. Out again for a throw-in. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Davy Klaassen. Richarlison. Oh, well defended. That had to be done.
Tottenham are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
And it's Bale. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
And it's played forward. Xavi. He gets past his man. He's got options out wide. That's it. They are out. All square here, and they are gone. The first leg deficit proved not to be recoverable. Well, the scoreline illustrates an advantage for the hosts, having claimed that win last time out, and with 90 minutes in front of their own crowd to enjoy now, they are entitled to see themselves as favourites to be going forward to the final. The only element of doubt would be the narrowness in the margin of the scoreline, something that gives their opponents just a hint of hope. Plenty of elements then that could make this tie anything but straightforward. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. So this for a place in the final, the hosts hoping to complete the job, the visitors attempting to spoil their day. Jim Beglin.
Well, Peter, I think the home side has the edge, but no more than that. I think a goal either way could have a significant bearing on a change of the home mood and of mindsets, and therefore we may see a tussle for quite control of this contest rather than an open-ended nail-biter.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Greenwood. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Hoists it forward.
Tottenham have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And here's Van Basten. Greenwood. He gets past his man. And he's there to cut it out. Cleared without complication. And here's Van Basten. Robertson. Sergio Ramos plays it over to the other flank. Approaching the half-hour mark. Xavi. Richarlison goes for goal!
Again, let me mention what a wonderful stop the goalkeeper pulled off there. Really wonderful.
A heavy challenge. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Attempts to play it through. Has a pop! And he's found the net! Parity restored, and the whole thing shifts once more.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Van Basten cuts it out. He's left his man. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Now the counter. Greenwood. And here's Van Basten. That intervention was very necessary. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. That'll be a throw-in. And the semi-final reaches halfway. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, Peter, now we're seeing some fighting spirit. They looked lacklustre a while ago, but how quickly things can change.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're already back underway here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Greenwood. Oh, it's Van Basten. Van Basten. Good ball, it's found its... He's had a go! Superb goal!
Well, when one or two others were maybe a tad slow at restarting this game, then up steps a big character who was simply switched on and bright, and he sparked another advantage for... It augurs well. Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Little doubt, that is a foul. That's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Time for a change in personnel. Forward it goes. Gets away from his opponent. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Sergio Ramos. And it's played forward. Tries to get it forward quickly.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
And the finish! That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Hoists it forward. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And that's going to be a booking. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Robertson. Looking to break out here. Bale needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Gets it upfield. Oh, good interception. Bale. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. So what can they conjure from this one? Looking to pull clear here. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's got through. Oh, he's been flattened there. It's over the line, and it is a corner. Good save, he got a decent fist on that. Jimenez, foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Whipped it again. It's a brilliant interception.
Tottenham need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Well played, he saw that coming. Tozawa. Klaassen.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Deep into stoppage time. This lead then looking ever more decisive in the context of what remains of the game. And it's Bale. What a... and the shot! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is extended still further. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it. Oh.
And time is up. Surely the best preparation for the final. A thumping win in the semi. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
You know, all four sides left at this stage.
So we stand together here at the base of Europe's alternative summit when it comes to club football across the continent. Some have questioned the very existence of this competition and even the level of commitment of some of the clubs which take part. But they are those who miss the point, because this, as is proven by the atmosphere here, is indeed a major trophy. Has a hit!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for. A player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. This an opportunity to pull level. This certainly looks appetising. Ronaldinho! Decent enough try.
Ronaldinho did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
And that's been won straight back. And here's Van Basten. Bale. Now it's Bale. Big chance! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass. Barcelona pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Van Basten plays it out to the wing. Surely, Ronaldinho. That's a good... It's Bale! So, Jim, the final. What do you expect?
Yeah, it goes without saying that both sides would ideally want to play to their own strengths, but to do that, you obviously...
Chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Now it's Lewandowski. Longley battles to win it back. All the way back, and they start again. There will be a throw-in. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Has he found his man? Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Cambiasso. Ronaldinho. Van Basten plays it out to the flank. And they've been caught out here. Gets the better of his man. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Hoists it forward. Oh, what a ball! Lewandowski was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Forward it goes. Hit long and direct. Caught offside that time. Knocks it away. Tries to locate someone up front. Defender's on the back foot. Bale. And he's there to cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now the counter. Out to the left it goes. Played back in. Rashford has a hit! Gioi, the outcome could so easily have been different. Great leap! And a second time! And it's played forward. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Barcelona desperately needs someone to hold up the ball here. Whistle's gone, and we've reached the halfway point of the final. And here we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. So, Jim, the halfway point of the final, what are you thinking?
First things first now, and they must give themselves a platform to help generate some momentum if they're going to find a route back.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking.
Lewandowski! And in it goes! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Barcelona are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So we have a double substitution going on here. Barcelona get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
It's a brilliant interception. It's a throw. Cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. Keeper's ball. Forward it goes. And it's Ronaldinho. Decent looking ball. Lewandowski looks to get on the end of this. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Hoists it forward. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Shot at goal! There it is!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that is...
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Just brushed off the ball there.
Lewandowski
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
It's Lewandowski! It's got through to him. Here it is now, surely! Now has a goal! Gets on, goes for goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Barcelona making another change here.
Barcelona are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Coaxed through there. He's got options out wide. Got a size of goal here. And he's cut it out. Let's keep distance on it.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Gets his foot in there. And it's played forward.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue the situation. It needs to be any time now, really.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Tries to get it forward quickly. Rashford. Going through. Forward it goes. Oh, good interception. The final whistle and the end. There was to be no perfect ending. So we stand together here at the base of Europe's alternative summit when it comes to club football across the continent. Some have questioned the very existence of this competition and even the level of commitment of some of the clubs which take part. But they are those who miss the point, because this, as is proven by the atmosphere here, is indeed a major trophy and one desired deeply by all those who compete. Well, we are, of course, in Rotterdam, at one of the most recognisable arenas in Europe, one that features extensively both at home and abroad for Feyenoord. It is, of course, the Kuip. A truly special night here. The stadium sold to capacity and divided equally in the colours of...
It's Rashford! Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Nicely measured pass. Ter Stegen deals with it effortlessly. And now the breakaway. Now it's Cambiasso. Has a goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Now it's Lewandowski. It has got through to him.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Done very well to intervene.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Timely intervention. Forward it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Breaks on here. So, Jim, the final. What do you expect?
Yeah, it goes without saying that both sides would ideally want to play to their own strengths, but to do that, you obviously have to cancel out the main threats of the opposition.
They're considerable.
Yeah.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Tries to get it forward quickly. Jimenez drives it forward. Ball through needs to be good here. Gets into some space. Goes for the cross. Out to the left it goes. Aimed into... Heads it! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Tries to locate someone up front. And that'll go straight through to the keeper.
Barcelona really are almost trying to pass the ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
Hoists it forward. Lewandowski desperately wants to get on the end of this. Well, there's the whistle. First half of the final has flown by. Both sides have drawn blanks and have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So, Jim, the halfway point of the final, what are you thinking?
Look, this is classic final tension and nerves. It's still got time to go from tentative to thrilling, I hope.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Bale. It's got through to him. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Ter Stegen can hoist it clear. And it's played forward. And it's Lewandowski. Good take, and he's had a look. It's anyone's ball. It's out for a goal kick. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. The referee's awarded a free kick. And here's Rashford. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Has he picked him out? No foul, says the referee. Well, that's where he wants it.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
It's rushing off the ball. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He's got rid of that. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Oh, real chance! Has a pop! There's a goal! That could turn out to be a big, big goal. Simplicity itself.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, Peter, the emphasis should now switch to winning it, rather than even thinking about losing it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. He's picked him out. It's a brilliant interception. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
Oh, it's terribly unfortunate for them, and maybe we can attribute that to a loss of focus.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's Ronaldinho. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He hits it! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Rapidly approaching the end. Just a few moments from glory. There's the through ball. Got a sight of goal here. And a shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Turns and goes back. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Hoists it forward. Ferran Torres goes to finish!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Ter Stegen sends that a long way. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Looking to break out here. Ronaldinho with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And time is up. Simply, the big day was their day.